Welcome, my fellow gladiators, spectators, and warriors. After a short hiatus, your favorite Colosseum goer is back to prove that he can make progression unknown to man. Welcome to the first episode of Resurrecting Hercules. Hello, my warriors, and welcome to this new season. Alright, that's enough of the voice. You're gonna hear that voice quite a few times. If you're new, then you might not have heard the Hercules series before, but I've done the Hercules series a few times. Welcome, my friends, to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Revealing Hercules. And it's my way of tracking my progression in a not so normal, not so boring sense. So what you can expect to see on this series is my progression as I bulk up. I'm about 190 pounds as you saw in the first scene. I'm gonna try to get up to 215, 220. Who knows where we're gonna exactly get. But during this, I'm going to be doing every other week uploads, meaning that every other week I'm gonna show you my progression in certain exercises in terms of my strength. I'm gonna show you my weight differences, and I'm gonna show you what I'm eating exactly in terms of like calories and whatnot like that. With this new series, I aim to entertain, but mostly I aim to be as transparent and as detailed as possible so that you guys can follow along. So if any of you guys want to join me on this bulk, you can do so starting this week, or you can start in a couple of weeks when you're ready, but I'm gonna try to make it as followable as possible, try to show you as many details as possible so you can join in as well. On screen right now, you're seeing some of my staple meals that I have pretty much every single day. I'm gonna put this in the description of this video, so if you scroll right below the video, click show more, it'll show you all of this information, and you can try these meals out because this is probably gonna make up about 80% of my diet is just repeating these meals over and over. If you guys have anything that you would like me to track more or less, just let me know in the comments below the Hercules episodes, and it'll help with the future Hercules episodes. All right, so now that you know a little bit more about what this series is actually gonna be about, I'm gonna let you watch the rest of the episode with brown and pink hair Hercules. You got it?
One of the segments that I want to include in all these episodes is tracking specific exercises. That way we can see exactly how much strength I'm gaining, as well as how much size I'm gaining. With this though, you might be wondering, why am I not doing a barbell or a dumbbell chest press when it comes to tracking my chest's progress? Well, I've had a pretty severe shoulder impingement injury that stopped me from being able to bench press and stopped me from doing any shoulder exercises for over a year. I've now come back from the injury, and I'm about 2 to 3 months back into implementing chest exercises, and this is one of the ones that does not hurt me. So for this first week, put me down for 2 plates, baby. The next up is the leg press, which I have really been finding my groove lately. I feel like some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Well, when you start bulking and when you start doing leg press consistently, I feel like you find a better form than when you first started. But right now I'm using 5 plates, maybe 6 plates on there, and it's feeling pretty smooth, and I'm sure that I can move up the weight as I go. I just have to get a better control of my breath, I think. But other than that, I feel really strong on this lift. Currently, these are the 2 exercises that I am going to be tracking. I haven't quite figured out a back exercise that I want to track.
You're like the best cameraman ever, man. Thank you.
Hi, buddy. How you feeling?
Like, dad.
So here's the order of operations when I get home from a workout. I open up the fridge, I look at it for like probably 10 times longer than I really should, and I map out all my options and figure out what I'm gonna eat. So right now what I see, just from looking in here, tofu and some vegetables, that's one thing. Can make a little stir fry type thing. I see bagels right here, and I got Daiya cheese, and I got Tofurky slices, so I could do some kind of lunch, bagel type of thing. I got me some beans right there, and I got me some tortillas right here, so I could do a Mandilla, or I have everything in the fridge, which is like tons of these different Gardein things. But usually I save these for sort of a dinner thing if I'm kind of lazy and don't feel like cooking something else. So out of all these options right now, what I'm thinking is a block of tofu, baby, a little bit of some veggies, and one of these sauces. Probably this one. Oof. This is literally the best sauce in the world. Panda Express orange sauce. And this is what that whim is looking like after it comes out of the frying pan. Look at that, dudes. Oh my gosh, it smells so freaking good. And then I got my veggies right here, green beans, a little broccoli, and a little bit of fungi, a little bit of mushrooms right there. And of course I got my chopsticks because I'm fancy AF. Something that I do want to make super clear every single one of these episodes is exactly how many calories I'm aiming to get and exactly how much protein I'm aiming to get. So right now at the beginning of this big bulk, I'm aiming to get 3,000 calories, somewhere around there. It's not super, you know, specific, because it's okay if I go over a little bit or under a little bit because we're bulking, you know. And I'm attempting to get 140 grams of protein. Whether I go up a bit or down a little bit is fine. I just don't want to get anything less than, I would say, maybe 115, 110 grams of protein at the very minimum. but already from eating whole foods, like lots of good full sources of calories and having more calories, I'm feeling the bulk come in. It's something that I experienced after about 3 months of starting to do like better eating and a little bit more eating. I start to feel it kind of kick in, and I think we're starting to get to that point, so I'm really excited to see where this freaking bulk goes. So this is something I've forgotten to do in other Hercules episodes before, or seasons I guess, and I'm going to measure most of the muscles on my body. Sammy here is not necessarily versed on measuring bodybuilding style, so don't be too critical.
Be patient.
And she'll do it the same way next time, so it'll be the exact same margin of error. So bicep.
You ready?
Yeah, it looks like 16. Okay, 16. It's kind of sad.
Can I measure my bicep after?
Yeah. So shoulders is a huge one. I think shoulders
So
would be
how do I
really
do
important.
that?
So you have to just go completely around me. It's kind of hard. I
Okay.
can hold it maybe.
Yeah.
This one's the most important for me because the shoulders are the things that are gonna come
We're
back.
at
in this bulk.
48, boss.
48 inches.
Yep.
Then the chest.
It just goes around the nipples.
Around the neck.
Come on around.
Cover nipple, please. Thank you.
41.
That's true, bros. Thank you. 41. Okay, cool. So waist,
Yeah.
let's
Belly
do right
button.
over the navel.
Yeah.
That way we have a perfect example. Yeah. Thanks.
Make it an appearance.
Make it a cameo.
Yeah, 13
Yeah,
and a half, I would
yeah.
say.
Okay, and then we'll do the thigh and the calf, and then I think that's good.
22.
We're at 22 inches?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the internet keyboard warriors to be
Cows.
like,
Those are the tiniest legs I've ever seen.
everything's gonna get a lot bigger. I'm excited. I go so high when I bulk and so low when I cut.
You
so
do.
It's massive differences. I'm
Right here,
excited.
you think?
15.
So those are my measurements. I'm sure I'll keep track of those, and then we'll keep measuring. We'll probably just measure at the end, to be honest. I'm not a good measurer.
Yeah, no. We
Yeah.
don't remember until.
Until people start
Yeah.
commenting and then
Yeah.
being like, what were your measurements, bro? Those were my measurements. Let's get the season going.
Where we at? I can't see.
Oh, that's definitely 20.
25.
That, my friends, brings us to the end of this episode. If you've watched Hercules episodes before, you know that this is usually the time that I would give you my physique update. I'd be talking and there would be overlay footage of me flexing out all the compulsory so you can see exactly how my body's looking. But this time, I kind of timed it incorrectly because I just went through dermapen surgery, so you can kind of see the line where she was hitting it and where she wasn't hitting it. I'm unable to work out yesterday and today would have been the day that I would have recorded those flexes. Just know that the physique updates are definitely going to be in every single episode from this point forward. I feel awesome. Seriously, I feel excellent in terms of how my energy is being expended. I'm feeling great about how my pumps and my strength is increasing, and I'm also feeling really good about my shoulders. Seriously, I don't know if you guys have been around on the channel for long enough to know that my shoulder was a huge problem, but for 12 months, seriously, I know I already said it, but 12 months I wasn't able to use it, so it's awesome to be able to actually do some incline work again, do some lateral raises, and try to start building up these shoulders. And I think that this is really going to be what separates my physique from the last year. Once I get these shoulders back, it's going to look so much bigger. That is it for this episode. I know this type of video is not exactly the type of video that everybody wants to watch, but I know there are quite a few people who are still trying to track my progress and are trying to match me and bulk with me or cut with me and stuff, so I thought this would be a really fun addition to the channel to bring back. Episode 1 out of the way. Now we can concentrate on constant progression, showing you guys exactly what happens every single week, and hopefully I have some great progression to show you in the next episode of Resurrecting Hercules.